Democrats, the Biden campaign is falling apart so bad. It's time for Jill Biden to the rescue. Jill Biden. The answer that no one had a question for is Jill Biden. Breakfast tacos for Hispanic people. She likes Hispanic Mexicans because they're her little breakfast tacos. Remember that? This is a desperate, awful failure for Democrats as Trump out fundraises Biden. It's making the Democrat fundraisers spiral into depression. I'm going to read you the article here on Politico, and it is all good, guys. This should make you happy. Of course, we're going to give more money to Trump. He's going to get more and more money as they likely pronounce him, like give him a jail sentence this week. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. Even if Trump goes to jail, even if he's a felon in name only, and Biden is a real felon, by the way, for what he did to Tara Reid. Let's get to the political article. Let's go. Here we go. Disappointment and depression. Biden's biggest fundraisers watch their advantage vanish. Joe Biden's campaign planned to bury Donald Trump in an avalanche of cash because, they just know that you buy elections. Instead, his allies are bracing for a slugfest without the benefit of a fatter wallet. As financial reports showed Trump outraising Biden in back-to-back months, hauling in huge sums after his 34 felony convictions and erasing Biden's long-standing financial edge. Thank you, Alvin Bragg, for the 34 felonies. You're going to get Trump elected because you're psycho. And now the Americans are going, ooh, you guys are freaky scary. Democrats in recent days largely downplayed Trump's new financial lead in the same way Biden's allies had when Biden was running ahead in the money race, saying the president would have enough money to compete. Fine. So we got lots of money raised on both sides. But privately, several Democrat strategists and donors were reeling in the years and reeling in the tears. Quote, there was the strategy of raising all this money on the front end so we could have this huge edge. They were going to bury Trump, said one Biden bundler, granted anonymity to speak candidly because he knows he's going to lose his job, lose all his friends, and probably get thrown in that Democrat meat grinder where they grind you into human sausage and they all consume you at their Democrat events, something like that. I think I heard about that in the lyrics of Hotel California or something. The whole point of it was to come out with a sizable cash advantage. And we're not even, and now it's June. I have no other word for it other than depression among Biden voters. Now, anytime Biden voters and fundraisers are depressed, that's why I put that depression. I'm saying they're depressed. It should give you evidence of what's happening in 2024. If everything is going fine, if they have control of the Department of Justice, they have control of all the voting machines. They have all the money, the rich people of Hollywood, the smart people of the university, and the people in power. They have the presidency, culture. They've taken over our institutions. Why are they depressed? Shouldn't they be happy if everything's win-win-win for the Democrats? Another major Biden bundler, also granted anonymity, called the development disappointing but not surprising. They even see it coming. In the 2024 money race, not only was Trump outraising Biden, but he also had more cash on hand. And Republican mega donors, too, rolled out enormous checks for Trump in recent days, including $50 million from one longtime GOP donor, Timothy Mellon, to a pro-Trump super PAC. So Trump has made it up within about a month. Since the felony, guys, that's what triggered it. That was the greatest get out the vote, get out the cash, get out your wallet campaign. Trump didn't even do anything. The Democrats did all of this. This is a single car accident. Several Biden donors insisted that they expected and planned for Trump to close the gap after he clinched the Republican nomination, comparing it to when Mitt Romney caught up to then President Obama in fundraising over the summer of 2012. Part of the disparity between the campaigns was that Biden was spending more heavily building, quote, out an unbelievable campaign structure in the battleground states, unquote. You're going to hear that a lot. Where did Biden blow all of his money at? Oh, He built this amazing on the ground. I'm going to put all that to rest in just a second, okay? While, quote, Trump has done nothing, unquote, said Chip Forrester, the co-chair of the Biden-Harris Southern Finance Committee. This guy, Chip Forrester, is lying to protect his job. This is what you say when you're a Democrat fundraiser. You're like, dude, where's the money? Why is Trump outraising you? How is that possibly good news for our side? And he goes, oh, Trump has done nothing. Biden, we're doing everything on the ground game. Still false. Haven't explained why. I'll give it a second. Quote, that early money counted because it allowed for Biden to build out all those offices. Number one, offices would be incredibly effective and good if they were filled with motivated, inspired, diverse, spontaneous, disciplined workers who showed up because they were excited about their guy Biden. That's not who's sitting in those offices. So all Biden has done is blown a ton of money, tens of millions of dollars, to rent out offices that are largely, they're probably like 12-step groups at this point. They're like group therapy sessions, which have been cranking along. And that's not something Trump can catch up on, said Alan Kessler, who's wishful thinking and is going to be crying on November 6th. Quote, Trump can't get back February, March, April, May, when the Biden campaign was getting boots on the ground. No, they were paying for robot apparatchiks and lazy people who thought it would be an easy victory because they have news and media on their side. We're here to tear that media down, and I hope you'll subscribe as we discredit media, laugh at media, mock them. They're a farce. The Trump campaign, for its part, has described its in-state infrastructure as, quote, leaner, relying far more heavily on outside groups to execute it. I only got to say why. Who would trade their campaign and not wish for Trump's positive impact on culture, for his live events, his walking out on the Bronx and having people come out and chant his name? Biden's paying people to show up and he can't do it. Even AOC, they're getting like crowds of 50 people, and half of them are paid to be there. Inside the Biden campaign, aides said that May was their second best fundraising month in the campaign, both on its overall total and its grassroots fundraising, even without a major fundraising event. So they can't do fundraising events with Joe Biden. What's the excitement that's causing people to pay money to the Democrat Party? Is it Joe Biden? Are people going, yo, Joe Biden, open that border up, get those illegals in here. They're overflowing in our cities. They're using up all of our resources. Our emergency rooms are crowded. Homeless crisis. Go, Joe. More, is that what Steven Spielberg is paying for? My ex-employer, my pal? Steven, is that what you and Katzenberg are paying for? Throw money at Joe. Gavin Newsom, $20 minimum wage as McDonald's shuts down, Arby's shuts down in LA. That what you're paying for? Yay, get those people unemployed. Largely minorities working for those people. Even illegals working the grill. And Democrats are firing them. Illegals, are you going to vote for the Democrats that got you fired from McDonald's? Okay. Like other donors, they pointed to their battleground staffing footprint, which includes 200 offices and 1,000 staffers, as money well spent. They basically paid 200 offices and 1,000 staffers. And Biden has nothing to show for it because there's no excitement. But get this, Jill Biden to the rescue. The woman no one asked for to come along. The campaign raised nearly $40 million last week. That's Joe Biden did at a glitzy Los Angeles event and another in Northern Virginia. Because Joe Biden is so Hollywood sexy. Kessler said a fundraiser featuring First Lady Jill Biden in Philadelphia. If she ever did a fundraiser, for the Oscars, they always ask what fashion designer, who are you wearing? And she goes, I'm wearing the couch. Scheduled for Monday is already sold out, and we're putting people on the wait list. Did you hear that, guys? They got a Jill Biden Philadelphia fundraiser, and there's so many people invited. They're putting people on the wait list. Do you believe that? I mean, this must be a really small living room. Like they got as small of a living room as they could. so they could put it with Jill Biden. Wow, they're done. They're cooked. And that's the other thing is they don't want to even roll out Joe Biden. They can't have Joe Biden campaign this week. They have him jacked up on drugs, prepping him with his adrenaline or whatever cocktail they put in him so that he can speak at his debate coming up. And he talks real fast at the beginning of the debate. I tell you, man, mega. And by the end, he's doing this and the weird talk. You're almost out of. Anyways, they're going to count on Lady Jill Biden because they could not get Joe. You know how Joe, famous for packing out living rooms of 8 that hold 8 with 4 people. They're going, we couldn't get you, Joe, but we got you a real rock star. We got you, Jill Biden. Jill Biden's coming. Everyone, all the donors want to spend hundreds of millions of dollars. They can't wait to hear Jill Biden speak. Breakfast tacos, Jill Biden. So much money is going to get shaken out. Okay, and now the real bad news. But there's a bubbling frustration among Democrats that donors who wrote big checks for Biden in 2020 are keeping their wallets closed now, closed for business. At least 2 bundlers raised concerns about donors who are sitting on the sidelines, said one of the donors, who was granted anonymity to discuss the issues candidly so it wouldn't be ground into human meat and fed to Democrats. Quote, we need some more donors to come online. And I think that'll happen. Good luck, Bradley Baychuk. I hope you get paid a lot of money for saying that. What do you see on the ground with Biden that's generating excitement and getting donors to come out of the woodwork to give to Biden? We need everyone on the field engaged and doubling down from what they did in 2020. We need even more money than 2020. There are new people stepping up to the plate on their side, on Trump's side. New people are coming in. Who are that? Black men. Guys, blacks and youth and Hispanics are coming over on their side. Who in the world is Biden going to inspire to come over to his side now? After you've already run a 24/7 propaganda campaign on MSNBC, CNN, NBC, Hollywood. You've jammed this stuff down our throats. You've already emptied both barrels. There's no more people to shake out of the woodwork. Other than illegals that you're probably going to start registering. That's your only shot. On Trump's grassroots donors, Biden communications director Michael Tyler, in a statement to Politico, asked the former president for suckering small dollar donors into giving their hard-earned money to pay off Trump's legal fees of a convicted felon and not spending a dime on the actual voters. Well, whose fault is that he has to pay off his legal fees when the Biden used his presidential seat as bully pulpit in his Department of Justice to sue Trump and work with all these corrupt DAs to sue him, and then they go, what did we do? We're shocked. Quote, what Democrats should worry about is that it's even within distance that the money is going on at Trump's side at such a clip, said Hank Scheinkopf, a longtime Democrat strategist based in New York. Quote, you would think a guy who's convicted of crimes would be nowhere. He's a felon, but he's everywhere financially. And that is a real problem for Democrats, unquote. He's going like, how do I get some of that Trump money? He's everywhere. He said, quote, the challenger shouldn't even be this close on money side, especially a guy who's convicted of felonies. How's this possible? Is what the Democrats should be asking. That's what they should be worried about, unquote. Yeah. Your felony thing didn't work. America woke up to you and they gave their money to Trump instead of Biden. You're in trouble. You're in big trouble. And I've never been happier. Maybe America is smarter than I thought they were. They weren't stupid enough to fall for your stupid fake lawsuits and that fake felony charge. Trump is a fino. Felony in name only. I'm dug in Exile. Go Jill Biden. You can do it. Jill Biden.